Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whiteley, and today I'm joined with a good friend of the show who's been on about the third time I think it is. This is Mark Fielden from Chords Crush Cancer. How are you, sir?
Hi, Alex. Yeah, very well, thank you.
It's nice to see you again.
It's good to see you too. Great to be back.
Still going, man. Still doing this thing.
We certainly are. Yeah, back for the sixth event. Sadly, last year was postponed due to the pandemic, but we're back, bigger than ever.
I'm glad that this event has survived the pandemic because I know that it's taken a long time for us. I mean, charity events got hit massively anyway during COVID, and it was one of our missions during the pandemic is to sort of reach out to a few charities and be like, well, a lot of these places lost their opportunity to go out and drive and make money and stuff. So let's discuss that. And it was a terrible time.
Yeah, it really was. The planning for the event was in place, and we were ready to go, but made the sensible decision with the various lockdowns that we had. So, but I was so passionate about it. Wanted to make sure that we did do this event, especially after the success of the fifth event, where we hit the target that we wanted to hit.
That's the one I came to.
It was indeed, yeah. That was where we were trying to get to £10,000, and we went past that. So we definitely wanted to be back. So I'm delighted that we are back this Saturday. Very excited.
Is this? We're a year out from doing this. I understand you not doing it because you don't want to take loads of things off people, organise an event for it to not go ahead. But how's that been this year? Getting back into the saddle? Has it been like, oh my god, I forgot how difficult this was, or were you ready and raring to go?
I think the latter, ready and raring to go. This is sort of my passion outside of work. Gets me really excited, and just. With it not being held last year, I've put even more effort into it this year. And the prizes and lineup that we've got are superb, and we just can't wait to get started now, really.
Do you think it helped having a year out? Have people been a bit more generous in the donations and stuff this year?
Quite possibly, yes. We've always had sort of good prizes, but this year even more so. They're fantastic, and very grateful to all the companies that have supported us. So maybe they wanted to give something back as well, because a lot of people have been locked in, haven't they? Not being able to do anything, and now we can finally host events again, and companies have been really, really generous to us. Have
you been able to go to places where you didn't get to go to last time for like donations and things? Because I feel like the pandemic, it offered, I'm not saying that there were people that didn't have any empathy, and there were just all these mean businesses that went on doing business, but maybe like the pandemic offered a branch out and made people understand other people in a way that made them a bit more empathetic. So do you reckon that's probably helped, and they've gone, do you know what? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's make sense.
Yeah, quite possibly. I approached the usual suspects, so to speak, who have been very generous to us in the past, but also approached different companies this year. And I'll touch on one, Unai Pizza Ovens, for example. I've never been in contact with them before, and they donated a £300 pizza oven just like that. And the guy was absolutely brilliant. He said, "I'm really sorry, there's none in stock at the moment, but would a voucher do?" So he sent me a £299 voucher, and I duly spent it on their website. And pizza ovens at home, it's creating a bit of interest. I've had a bid already on £75 on our Facebook page for the pizza oven. So to answer your question, yes, I think businesses have thought about it, and we're certainly very grateful to the long list of companies that have donated to us, and we're very grateful for their generosity.
I love this event, and I have done from the moment I first started covering it on the Biscuit, and since I've found out about you, because it's grassroots. It's something that's got legs, and it's something that like literally you created with your bare hands. But I think what we need to do is, because there are listeners, I know that for a fact there are listeners that listen now that didn't listen a while back, that may not have come back and listened to the past episodes when I spoke to you. So we need to talk about what Chords Crush Cancer is. So I'm very sorry to go through this again with you, Mark, because I know it's a difficult subject, but can you explain to our listeners where this all came from?
Yeah, most definitely. So back in 2015, sadly found out that mum was diagnosed with cancer, and she was being treated by the Lincoln Davis team. So I really wanted to just give something back to them. I didn't know what. We looked at fundraising, and my good friends were musicians. So the local pub at the Inn on the Green, I asked the landlord at the time there, could we put an evening on with live music? So that was born, really. And then we had to think of a name. And the word cancer is a horrible word, but I wanted to incorporate it into it. So the idea of Chords Crush Cancer is musical chords from the musicians crushing the cancer. So we came up with that, and our first event took place in 2016. It was meant to be a one-off event, but we ended up raising over £1,100, and people sort of said, "Oh, you need to do this again." And I thought about it, and we did. So we went on to do the second event. Mother was at the first and second event. Her chief role was folding the raffle tickets. So she enjoyed doing that. Sadly, she passed away before the third event, but my father and my two sisters, together with myself, we discussed and decided that we should carry on raising money. And now, approaching our sixth event on Saturday evening, we've raised over £10,500 in her memory for Lincoln Davis. That's something that myself and my family are very, very proud of.
You should be too. It's really nice to do this for your mum, and not just that. Like, Lincoln Davis deserve every single penny of it.
Absolutely agree. Yeah,
having doing my work with Pod Aid and spending a lot of time, real close work. I've got to go around the ward and speak. Some of the videos we put together and the interviews that we did. You get you think of places like that and you think, yeah, they do great work. Commendable. But when you get like real close to it and you speak to them and you understand the difficulties and the. I feel like these little events that happen, and I don't mean little as in a nasty way, but like, you got like comic relief and all these massive, but all these little independent things that people are doing are worth. They're just amazing.
Yeah,
they're absolutely amazing. Because like, if it wasn't for events like yours, and lots of other events. Like they would really struggle, Lincoln Davis.
Yeah, they would, and I think that hit them hard during touching back on the pandemic again. Mm-hmm. I think that hit them hard. So it's great that our event, your event, and many others. I went to the Lincoln Davis Awards evening, and it's just fantastic to see so many people there who you've not met before, or some you have met, all raising money for the same charity. And the spectrum of things that people do is absolutely fantastic, and the different ideas that they come up with to raise money for Lincoln Davis. And just Lincoln Davis as well, they've been really helpful this time for me promoting the event. I've been working with Anna quite closely.
Yeah, Anna's great. Hi, Anna. I know you're going to listen to me. How's it going?
So she's been really helpful in terms of promotion through the media, so the Chronicle, the Shropshire Star, Radio Shropshire, and they're having a team at our quiz that we're also hosting on Thursday evening.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. I love it. And yeah, I couldn't go to the event they had the other day, the opening of the Pedal the Borders. I felt really guilty because I really wanted to be involved with that, but with me working nights and doing all it was just nuts. But yeah, and Helen as well. Shout out to Helen and Lizzie and all the team there. You're just all fantastic. Seriously, you do a great job. Now let's talk about now that I've kind of done a little bit of this myself with Pod Aid. It took the legs from underneath me. It really did afterwards. I mean, we're going to start planning it now. I'm not saying, I don't want to do it. It's just a lot of hard work, right? And I've got a few things I need to get out of the way first before I can do that, because I know how difficult it's going to be. I feel like we might we had a good reputation. There's lots of people that will definitely come back, I think. So that'll be fine. It's a lot of work. How do you prepare for something like this? It's going to be a good few months working for it. How do you prepare for it?
Yeah, absolutely. You've done that great event yourself, which we dove into, and it was very, very good indeed. So congratulations and well done on that.
We didn't break anything. That's the most important thing.
No, it was excellent. We were listening in as a family. So congratulations on that. But touching on your comment,
a bit messy at the end. Adam Pennell turns up with cocktails.
Absolutely, looked like a great evening. In terms of planning, I'm exactly the same as you. I got my day job, and then months in advance you start asking people for prizes. So we got the venue confirmed first, and then we went on to look at the musicians. Grateful to them for supporting us yet again, completely giving their time over to us. And then it's the case of starting to get prizes. So approaching different customers, businesses, asking for things, and not getting disheartened, I think, would be a top tip for anyone looking to do an event. If you get multiple answers of no.
Well, I mean, no's fine. It's the no replies.
No replies, yeah.
They get me. They hurt even more than a no. I mean, like, especially when you get, if you make a phone call and they go, yeah, just email us. And I'm just like, well, I'm on the phone to you now.
Yeah. A lot of mine I do via email or Facebook. And it's just exciting when you get that really good prize back. It gives you a real buzz and a drive, and almost just makes sense of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and that passion is there. And I get really excited when we get a really good prize and put it on social media, and then you get the reactions to it. It's like, wow, oh my word.
I remember when we got MJ Bassett for Pod Aid, and she was a huge get. She's a massive, huge Hollywood director, and Charlie Adler as well, the voice actor. We had Ickis from Our Real Monsters. It's just, I know, what I'm saying is that I get it, man. It's kind of ground shaking, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, I can't believe we got this.
It's absolutely brilliant. And it's like the time Chris Ramsey popped into my Twitter inbox saying, yeah, you can have tickets for your show. And this year, one of the Shrewsbury footballers, Josh Daniels, thank you very much. He organised a signed shirt and popped round to our house to deliver it. Couldn't come in, had to have his mask on, but my stepson Toby was ecstatic that a Shrewsbury Town footballer was on our doorstep, and he couldn't wait to tell all his friends. He was straight on Snapchat saying, "Look who's at my door." So it was brilliant. Yeah, moments like that, you smile. It makes you feel warm inside, and you're really, really happy that
I like Chris
people
Ramsey.
supported us.
He's got a good, very big podcast. I was chatting to his wife. I was like, it was when he first started his podcast. I was like, I've got a podcast too. You want to come on my podcast? And his missus was like, yeah, just take a few listens. And he never really got around to doing it. And now his podcast,
massive, isn't it?
It's huge. It tours. I can't say the name of it.
No.
On this podcast. Just Google Chris Ramsey. If you're a couple and you're a very down to earth, real couple, and you like to listen to podcasts about other couples, listen to Chris Ramsey's. Just Google Chris Ramsey podcast. You'll enjoy it, and you'll see why I can't say the name of it. Let's talk about the highlights of kind of like these amazing gifts that you managed to get. I mean, I'm reading the list now.
So that one is the auction prizes that we've got. So they will be auctioned on the evening, but if you can't make it on the evening, we are taking your maximum bid through any of our social media formats, so Facebook or Instagram or even Twitter. So yeah, just some of the highlights for me. I know our venue is a very big darts pub, so the Phil Taylor signed and framed dart shirt is absolutely fantastic. It's at my house at the moment. I don't really want to part with it, but I know that's creating a bit of interest. And also a guest you've had on your show, Luke. I met him last Monday, Luke Crump, and
he's a good guy.
He handed over a bespoke.
That guitar is beautiful,
absolutely amazing.
I can't believe he's just giving you that guitar.
Yeah, I was so grateful to him. I'd never met him before in person, and went to our local.
Couldn't be a nicer guy, could you?
No, he's absolutely brilliant. He took a real interest in what we're about, and he's going to come down on Saturday night. When he handed it over to me, I took it out of the bag, and I was like, wow. And there was various people who were in the pub at the time just looking over to say, what is that? And one of the guys who was serving said, what's all this about? So I gave him a bit of a brief intro into our event, and he was very interested in it. So delighted with both of those. We've talked about the pizza oven. There's a lot of interest in the Harry Potter tour in London, which comes with lunch.
My kid would love that. He's Harry Potter crazy at the moment.
The Camp Festival tickets, they're worth over £700 as a family ticket.
Yeah.
And one that I really like, myself, Carly, went to the 100 competition, which was a new cricket competition last year. And Kazoo, who are the sponsors of that, have donated a Trent Rockets, one of the team's signed shirt, and also a bat. And the cricket bat is absolutely beautiful. So any cricket fans out there will be interested in that one. Got to say, Let's Rock Shrewsbury as well. Thank you to them. So tickets to Let's Rock Shrewsbury, which takes place in the Quarry.
Yes.
And we've got 2 beautiful prints from Terry Neeshaw, who's based in Newcastle, Amy Winehouse and David Bowie. They are creating a lot of interest. We've touched on the Shrewsbury Town shirt. And then one as well for any Liverpool or AC Milan fans out there. We've got the Champions League final 2005 framed commentary notes from Clive Tilsley.
Wow.
And he's also... That's amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing. He's also signed a copy of his book for us. So Liverpool fans are going to be all over that one. So just some fantastic auction prizes there.
Yeah. For the listeners that don't understand the dynamics of the auction, you turn up in on the green on the
5th, Saturday the 5th, from 7 p.m. The auction normally takes place in between some of the musical acts. Mm-hmm. And we will be there, myself and Carly, with the products in our hands. And you make a bid. So I said you can bid online beforehand, but a lot of the bids do come on the evening itself.
There's live music. You can have a few drinks, and the inn on the green is amazing. Rachel.
Yeah, really, really grateful to Rachel. She sort of hands the pub over to me and says, "You do what you want." And so we're really grateful. And big shout out to Rachel and Wiggy. And you just touched on the music there. We've got an exciting addition this year, which we've never had before, which is up close magic.
Nice. Oh, really?
Yes. So,
I interviewed a magician last week. Very interesting to talk about.
Yeah, we've got his name's Magic Martin, and he's on Facebook as Shropshire's up close magician. So delighted to see.
I'll have to speak to him.
Yeah,
sure.
It looks amazing what he's done. There's a video I posted on social media yesterday of him doing this trick, and I cannot work out how he does it. So I'm really excited to see him on Saturday evening.
It's amazing how they do it, isn't it?
Unbelievable, yeah.
Steve Spade, who we spoke to, he's from Limerick, amazing. He's in the TV and stuff, and he was talking about how you can tell someone how a magic trick is done, but then once you go on, then you do it.
Yeah,
it's not that easy. And he made a ring just to disappear off his finger and then reappear right in front of our eyes, and we're just like, what?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, isn't it? We went to a wedding last summer, and I was stood right by the close-up magician trying to work it out, and exactly what he said. I had no idea.
It's great.
How he did it. And just to shout out as well, the last, apart from the music, we also got Clive returning, who's the caricaturist. So Clive's going to be there again doing quick 2-3 minute caricatures of yourselves. So
you can have magic, you can have music, you can have caricatures, the raffle as well. You're gonna have so much to do on this evening.
Yeah, we're going to be very busy. Myself and Carly and our good friends from Derby who come over, Dave and Andrea, they're going to be listening to this, so they come over and help. So thank you to them, and also Davey from Kettering, one of the musicians. So we've got lots going on for people who want to come down and have a great night of entertainment.
It's a great venue as well. I love the Inn on the Green. We've got I don't want to shout her out because I haven't had permission, but a good friend of ours. I mean, our kids are growing up together, and is a family member of Rachel's. So when we go over there, she got some food. She's like, don't worry about the food. She really looks after people. It's a really nice place, and it's one of my favourite places to go. Whenever we're like, what should we go to eat? Inn on the Green.
Yeah. No, I love going there. It's absolutely brilliant.
Let's talk about the raffle then, because that's obviously different to the auction, and that is a hefty list you've got there for that raffle. I mean, it'll probably take you an hour just to read it all out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I won't read it all out, but raffle tickets are available for £2 a strip on the evening. Carly will be around there with her bum bag. Don't worry though, if you haven't got any cash, we've got a card reader.
Hey, look at that.
So, I treated Carly to a card reader, so she's delighted to be able to use that. You have to
change money.
We do still take cash, though, for anyone who is not having a card with them on the evening. But again, you can see that list. Again, that is on our social media for you to have a look at, and anyone out there who wants to come down and buy some tickets. Yeah, absolutely.
Have a look, see what I like the look of. Wow. There's some amazing £40 gift voucher for the Corbett Arms, 2 adult tickets to Joel Dommett. Wow. Yeah,
that's at Theatre 7, so we're lucky to get them off him.
Is he the really softly spoken guy?
He's the comedian, and he presents a lot on the.
He was controversial a while ago, wasn't he? I love him though for that.
Really good. Also, some other famous names on there. You see Rob Brydon. He's donated some tickets to his show in Birmingham.
Bungee jumping.
Yeah, that's not for me, but there we go. Some people might enjoy that one.
print of Wild Cop from Shrewsbury Street.
Yeah, absolutely.
James is great, isn't he?
Amazing, that is absolutely amazing.
He's a great guy. We need to catch up with him, actually. We interviewed him just before the pandemic. Me and Dee Dee went round the house and spoke to him. He's
fantastic.
Guy.
And also it's framed by the Shrewsbury Framing Studio as well, so they work together closely, and thank you to them.
Mark Pierre White got a signed book from him.
Absolutely. His signature is one of the craziest signatures I've seen when you look.
You take up a whole page.
Yeah, it almost looks like a frying pan. It's really interesting.
2-day adult day tickets for Shrewsbury Flower Show. There's so much on here, guys. There really is. Complimentary family ticket to the Liverpool Beatles Museum.
That's proving quite popular, Alex.
Yes, I'm sure. It's the Beatles, man. I was talking about misunderstood places on my other podcast. I was talking about my friend who's moved from the West Coast to the East Coast. He's moved from up north of California right down to Florida, and I was like, "Oh, you moved to Florida? I mean, Liverpool is one of my favorite places in the world. I mean, I've done well, traveling around the world, but I love that place. But it's misunderstood, isn't it? Scousers and all that sort of stuff. I was like, Florida, man, it's the same. Did you do your research?" And he's kind of like, yeah. I'm rambling on, but I'm saying that I love. It's one of the best party towns ever. I've just done a night shift, guys. I'm rambling. This is, I mean, you've got new graphics. Who's done all your graphics for you?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, really grateful to a friend, Jenny. Her name is. She used to work with me at Toys R Us all those years ago, and she's designed the last 3 years of posters for us, including the fantastic T-shirt design that I'm wearing today. So really grateful to her. Sort of an Art Deco theme we were going with this year. So she has designed all of them.
Camera here. She can get some pictures.
She's done all the artists in Art Deco, including myself. So very grateful to her.
A year out though as well. What's the feedback been like from people that are getting involved before the event? Obviously, like a lot of people excited.
There's a lot of excitement. Yes, I touched on friends from Derby. They're looking forward to coming and staying with us. And when I've been in the Inn on the Green, the locals, I can't wait for Saturday evening. And then just people that I talk to, my friends, my work colleagues, and the reaction that we're getting on social media is really, really good. So I've got a good vibe ready for Saturday evening, and we invite all your listeners to come down as well.
Yeah, please do. Please come down and check it out. It's a good night, man. When I went there last time, there's good, positive vibes. People there supporting you, supporting your mom, supporting the cause, enjoying the music. I mean, I went with a microphone and nobody said no to me. I mean, everybody was like, "Yeah, I'll have a chat to you. I'll chat to you."
It's just a real positive vibe I find in the room. Like you said, everyone's smiling, enjoying the music, they're dancing, they're being very, very generous towards us with their bidding and buying raffle tickets, etc. It's just a great vibe in the room. I'm really, really excited and looking forward to Saturday night.
So, I mean, I know it's been a while since the last one, but what happens the day after you've done this? It is all about toting up the totals. And how do you feel after this event's happened? Are you still riding the dragon? Metaphorically, guys. Are you still buzzing and stuff? How's that?
Yeah, normally absolutely buzzing from the night before. Normally our friends are with us, stay over, so we get up and go for a late breakfast or some food, and then when they depart, we start counting the money and excitedly waiting to see what kind of money we've raised on the evening, and that goes together with what we've raised on Just Giving. So yeah, it's still an exciting day. The day after, you're on a bit of a high, and it does take a while to come down from that high, to be fair.
I can imagine. I remember that morning of Pod Aid when we were trying to get that £1,000
yeah, absolutely
target, and Nick Jones came there. He was like, "Oh, I'll give you the 100 you need," and he got us over that finishing line.
Did he get his T-shirt?
He did. Yeah, excellent. I did an interview with him. I took it to him, a brand new T-shirt for him. And I forgot to. what happened with Pod A, by the way, I mentioned it on Facebook, but if you're not on Facebook and you listen to the show, so what happened was Shane had this brilliant idea. He worked at Enterprise, and Enterprise every year have like £1,500 that they can donate to several or one charitable cause. And he had the idea of asking them, we've got Pod Aid. This is the thing we're doing. Would you mind? And they went away and they thought about it, and we did Pod Aid. And then a few weeks after Pod Aid, that £1,500 had been donated and it had been finalised. And I was like, oh my! So I couldn't announce it until it had been official. It was official, and I got a card through the post from Lingen Davis to say that £1,500 had been put on top of the total that we made. And the total we made for Pod Aid was 2,664.
That is,
I got a purple badge, and this isn't me like
not at all
comparing
absolutely
to you.
fantastic.
I'm not, but like that high, that feeling,
brilliant.
It makes it worth it, doesn't
absolutely
it? The hard work is just
it just pays off all the hard work and effort. You know, the blood, the sweat, the tears that you put into organising an event and making it a success. So that is brilliant news, and well done.
Well done, Shane. Thank you, Enterprise, and that purple badge I dedicate to everybody. And speaking of teams and stuff, who's working with you with this? Is there anybody that you need to sort of mention, or
obviously my fiance Carly. She puts up with me emailing and organising and
getting stressed.
Our dining room full of prizes at the moment. But she's absolutely fantastic support. She's bought into the event since we started getting together. On the evening, she runs around with her bum bag normally. Now she's got a bum bag and a card machine reason, selling all the raffle tickets. So, big shout out to her. And also Dave and Andrea from Derby, who come every year and they do what's needed. So if that is this year, they'll be selling our CD, they'll be helping with the auction and general support mechanism, and they help the evening run smoothly. So, thank you to them, and very, very grateful to them.
Yeah, it's... a spouse of someone that takes on something of this magnitude definitely deserves a good shout out. And
absolutely, yes. We're in the same boat on that one.
Oh, absolutely. My wife has turned into my kind of I keep saying my unofficial booking agent, but I can't. That's just not good enough, because she's been amazing with you, sir. She's been emailing. She likes it as well. She enjoys doing it. So she's been going out and getting me guests and stuff. Like, we spoke to Chris Battle last night, who is the animator for like Teen Titans Go and Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff, I saw that. Yeah, excellent.
And Dexter's Laboratory. He was amazing. So anyway, spouses of people.
Most definitely. I wouldn't be able to do it without Carly's support. So I'm really, really grateful to what she does.
I was just looking at the calendar behind you. I wasn't drifting off. I was trying to work out when the 5th is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this podcast out tomorrow. I'll edit it tonight and it will be out by tomorrow. So this is going out on the Tuesday. So you guys have got for like 4 days to get your arrangements in. Thursday. Oh yes, the quiz. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So also this year we've got a quiz on Thursday evening. Again, it's everything raised goes towards our final total, and then in aid of Lingen Davis. So that is on Thursday evening at 7:00. At the Dolphin pub.
Another great establishment.
So it's £1 per person. We've got some quiz prizes for the top 3 teams, and we've also got a raffle taking place there at £2.
So what does the top Brainbox team win then?
They win 4 tickets to a comedy club venue around the UK, and that was kindly donated via Just the Tonic.
Nice. Second prize? Let's read out these prizes.
Yeah, second prize, we got the self-guided tour for 2 at Shrewsbury Prison.
Nice. That's good. That's a good prize. I mean, I won't work at the prison.
Yeah, brilliant. We love going around the prison. And the third prize is a gift voucher, £15 at Breakout Chester, which is escape rooms. They've supported us for a couple of years in a row now. So, again, quite difficult to get out of. But, yeah, we wanted to provide some prizes because we're grateful to George and Kobe for letting us gate crash there.
Are you doing the quiz again? Because you did. Who did it last time?
We did a quiz before our 5th event, and Kobe, the landlord of the Dolphin, hosted it. This time around, George, who is the landlord of the White Horse and the Dolphin are sister pubs. So
are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, George is the owner, so he'll be firing out the questions, and I'll be there selling our tickets and telling our story.
I need to pop to the White Horse because Adam Pennell's taking over. Isn't he?
He is indeed, yeah.
He's doing his tack over.
It's going to be great. We love the White Horse and we're grateful to both of them. So any quizzers out there, it is advisable though to book a table because tables are going very quickly. So you can book a table via contacting myself via our Facebook page or the Dolphin pub directly and ask to speak to Kobe.
Yep, so this is going out on the 1st. It's on the 3rd. You guys have got like a day to get that in. So, and I would encourage you guys to do it because, like I said, I've been there. It's a great night. And it's also got, I think there's going to be a lot of positive charge for this because it's been a year in the waiting, you know. And I bet you're really excited. Are you nervous as well?
Slightly, probably, yeah. Yeah, because we've been away for a year. It's great to be back. I'm really positive, really excited, but there is a little bit of nerves there. There always is before the night gets underway. Once the first musical act has started, then and that's when I can tend to relax and get into the evening and get around and meet and greet everyone and say thank you for coming. By the way, would you like a raffle ticket? So yeah, more excitement. I mean, the first time I spoke to you about this, all these years ago when we were in the parade. Yes, it was. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
The first time I spoke to you about this. You could see that the nerves behind you. You know, you're a quiet guy anyway. You got this thing, and then behind the microphone, when you're at the event, you would
come alive.
You're alive, you know, and that's nice to see. That's the passion shining through.
Yeah, that moment when you get a chance to just thank everybody for being there just before the final musical act takes place. It's quite emotional because I'm thinking about Mother, but the passion that comes through and what I'm trying to say, and when people are stood there applauding you, it's a nice feeling. But it's not about me; it's about the event, and it's about Lincoln Davis and my mother.
Yeah, well put. And what's the CD? I mean, we've spoken about the CD before.
Yeah, that CD will be on sale on the evening. It's something I put together on the first lockdown, and funnily enough, it is called Together. It's got 17 tracks, all original music featuring some of our artists. So Davey Lewis is on there, Andy Mills, who's from Shrewsbury, is on there, and Bridgnorth based Cooper and Davis. You got the Ronaldos. You've also got a very popular band, CC Smugglers. I'm sure a lot of your listeners have heard of them. So they all donated a song free of charge. I put it all together, and we were raising money for the NHS. So any sales of that CD will go to the NHS. We'll be selling it on the evening. So it is a really, really good album. Some fantastic music on there, which is all original songs that many people wouldn't have heard before. But when you start playing it, you're like, wow, this is really, really good.
Yeah. I can't state this enough. I've got to be quick. My battery's running. Look at that. It's on one bar. If you're after a good night, if you want to do some good, maybe win some prizes, and that guitar, that Luke Crump guitar, I'm telling you, that is the pick of the lot, I think. I mean, I appreciate Luke's work. He came on my podcast and he's like, yeah, I'll draw the artwork for you. And he did. He drew me.
Yeah, it looked brilliant.
And I've got that now, and I use it for bits for my radio show and stuff, which is really good. And I keep saying I want to get it printed on canvas, but that's expensive.
It is, yeah. It would look fantastic, though.
It will do. And he's given me my permission. So I love you, Luke. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
With this. I know you're going to knock it out of the park. I know you are, because people are so excited for this. I've got to ask you, though, where does this go? Where's the ultimate place you want called? If somebody said, right, I don't know, the BBC come to you and said, right, what do you want to do with this? Where would you take it?
If I could, I'd try and turn it into some kind of festival, maybe.
Yeah.
So I love Shrewsbury like you, my hometown. An event in the quarry would be the ultimate. At the moment, we're plodding along nicely. It's growing year by year. But the ultimate aim, I don't think I'll get there, but if it was the dream, imagine just hosting local, live, independent acts in the quarry, raising money for Lincoln Davis. Wow. Yeah, I think we need a Lincoln Davis festival. That would be amazing. Anna, Helen, sort this out. We need just a Lincoln Davis festival, and we can have Chords Crush Cancer, and we can have the Shrewsbury Biscuit, and then we can have the men walking and talking at the benches that I mentioned before, which are an amazing idea, by the way, guys. We'll definitely do that. I totally agree. There's so many fantastic things in Shrewsbury, in our hometown, and to get every one of that together, raising money for Lincoln Davis would be brilliant. You heard it here first, Alex.
We do that. And do you know what I did the other day, actually? It was before we get out of here from battery dies, whichever happens first. Tom Bruno, my co-host in Vermont, rang you guys. If you watch Podded, you'll know his foul mouth. He rang me on Facebook Messenger, and I was just driving home from town. So before I turned my car on, I flipped my camera around. And I just drove home with him watching the scenery. We've done this before, but like cameras are a bit better now than the last time we did it. And he was like, "Oh my God, what's that castle?" I was like, "That's the Abbey." I was like, I've interviewed on top of that. And he was just like, "Oh my God, was that a red post box? I never see one of them." It was just amazing, brilliant. Like him seeing Shrewsbury. But I feel like I'm lucky that I live in a place where I can do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could live somewhere that's lifeless and 70s architectures, but we don't. We live in Shrewsbury. It's amazing. Right, where can people contact you to make donations, to book tickets, or to speak to you?
Yeah, so via social media. So we're on Facebook at facebook.com/Chords Crush Cancer, Instagram.com/Chords Crush Cancer, Twitter, our handle is at Chords Crush, and then we're also on Just Giving at justgiving.com/Chords Crush Cancer 6.
Nice. Any plans to chuck it on social media? Are you going to do like a live stream or anything like?
We've thought about it. I do have a separate Facebook page called Chords Crush Cancer Live, where my nephew, my brother-in-law, and a couple of others will film some of the songs live, so people can dive into it.
Oh, it's licensed, though, isn't it? Facebook's money, but
maybe something to look at for a later event, the next event, maybe. But yeah.
Well, consider us there, and we'll help you out in every step of the way. Mark, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm walking here as well. You have to the pub now to do some final arrangements?
Final arrangements, yes. No, thank you very much, Alex, as always, for your support, and thanks for having us on the Biscuit. We love coming on here and talking to you. Thank you very much.
It's great. Before we get out of here, though, guys, I need to tell you about our website. Please, just check it out. If you've never checked it out before, why not? But hey, it's the Biscuitpodcast.co.uk. It's a great website. You can literally play our audio directly from the website. And that's if you don't, use Spotify or Podbean or iTunes or Alexa or the one that's on my microwave, which I won't say because it'll ping up, or Siri, And our website is made by our friends at Web Orchard. If you need a website, they will make it for you. Whether you sell Etsy, whether you have a business, whether you're running a cancer charity concert, or whether you are an event planner, whatever it is you need, Web Orchard have it for you. Right, and also as well, before I get out of here, on the 22nd, I can say this because of the embargo, on the 22nd, I am going to be doing a talk at Wellington Orbit in Wellington, obviously. And it's a great thing that they put together at Wellington Orbit, where content creators can get together and share ideas, talk about equipment, and talk about business strategies and marketing and all these sort of things. And they've asked me to say a few words. So I'll be there. So if you fancy getting involved, go to the Wellington Orbit Facebook page and look for the Eventbrite link. And I'd love to see you there. That'd be really good. Right, now I'm going to get out of here. Mark, always a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Right, let's do this.